Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the CKC channel. I'm your host, Calvin Klaassen, and welcome to the Paradigm Kings tournament. You've seen the females, the four queens, battling it out a couple of weeks ago. So now we're going to have the kings uh, go at each other. So it should be very exciting. Thanks, of course, to our sponsors, DDG Beauty and Health. And okay, so first of all, welcome to my host for the first two sessions. Everybody knows him already. Welcome, Lance with Vocal.
Uh, Good morning, Calvin. Always a pleasure to be here.
Great to have you, Lance. And of course, our first match is between two of our top Paradigm or PC30 players. So welcome to Craig Willenberg and FIDE Master Daniel Barrish. Welcome, guys.
Morning. Hi.
Morning, hello.
Okay, great to have you guys on. So so we've had a physical off the record tournament, and it's been interesting. So we're going to continue this now with the online event. This is the first online event for the male players, and it should be exciting. Lance, we saw a lot of interesting games from the females. I'm hoping that the guys can produce as much fire on the board as the queens did last week. Lance, what was your thoughts on that last time you were here for our female event?
Yeah, I have to say the girls they really entertained us last week. So it will be quite interesting to see what will happen today. I mean, we have some of these guys have got a lot of experience, if not all of them, in this type of competition. So it will be quite interesting to see what will happen during this tournament.
Okay, cool. You sound so scientific, Lance. I almost thought it was maybe a football match with kids next to me or something like that. So thanks for that. I'm sure we're gonna enjoy this. Let's see. Let us. I think we should get on the way, guys, because we are a bit behind on schedule. Let's just generate a new position. So let's see. I think it's this one. Okay. Okay, so that's our position for today. Craig Willenberg has got the white pieces, and Daniel Barrish has got the black pieces around one. This is a double round robin, guys. So everybody plays everybody twice in this event. It's a 2-day event, and as you can see, there's a table below the two of us over here. Those are the players in no particular order. It's Mohammed Henry Steele, it's Watu Kobese, it's Daniel Barrish, and it's Craig Willenberg. And this is our first match. And after this, we will have Watu and Henry playing it out in match 2. So stick around. It's going to be a big and long day. We're going to go up till 4 p.m. and we're going to have some breaks in between. So enjoy. So, yeah, I think I'm ready from my side. Players, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes, ready.
Okay, so now all that you need to do is just mute your mics, take off your earphones so that you guys can't hear us. And then, Craig, you can start whenever you are ready. Good luck, guys.
Okay.
Okay, Lance, so as we can see, it's like a Fisher random position. It's pieces jumbled up from the get-go. Tell me, have you played Fisher random before? Do you have any experience in it?
I've played maybe say a game or two, or maybe 3 games I've played, but I've never been a very big fan of it. I
Aha,
mean, maybe it's because I'm not that comfortable
yes.
playing these different setups, but I think it's probably quite good for your chest to see different positions.
It's I must admit I've never been a fan as well for a long time. Up until recently, especially with the PC30 games, inspiring me a bit to play a bit of Fisher. What do they call it on Leech's Chess 960?
Yeah.
With the pieces jumbled up at the back. We've got two moves on the board. We've got D4 and D5.
E5.
Just to the viewers out there, Lance might be slightly delayed with his moves as he's watching the show live with everybody else. So the signal does come through in about or in about 5 to 6 seconds afterwards. So Lance, I'll guide you if there's any big stuff happening immediately. Yeah, and by the way, Happy New Year to everybody. Boom Shaka has just reminded us it's our first stream for the year. So Boom Shaka says, welcome, by the way, Boom Shaka, and Happy New Year. Boom Shaka says, Happy New Year, everyone. This is exciting stuff. Really enjoyed watching the ladies 4 queens and looking forward to this as well. Thanks so much, Boom Shaka. And yeah, we're also looking forward to it. Pawn to C3 and G6 on the board, Lance. So maybe Daniel is opening up his dragon bishop there for maybe a dragon F6 potentially.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit different to the ladies' strategies there at the time when they were playing. The guys are playing a bit more. I want to say a bit more creative in a sense, but they're a bit more comfortable with their piece placements, I would say.
Is this the guys now?
Yeah, the guys. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
out.
Interesting viewpoint. I'm not sure if the ladies would agree with that, but we'll have to sit and see. I think the tournament will tell a better tale with that. But
Yeah, I mean, no offense to the ladies of Willenberg. They played some beautiful chess. Let
yeah,
me
of
just
course,
put that out there.
of course.
I'm
So
just saying these guys just have a bit more experience in these format.
okay, all right. And tell me, yeah, I think in the previous tournament we've started seeing a bit of, I don't know, I want to call it a bit of theory when it comes to the pawn structures, Lance.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of times people trying to break in the center with either E4 or D4 in a type of Scotch-like open game or Sicilian open game. Here we see it again with Craig playing D4, C3, knight G3, and E4, eventually capturing on E4 with a knight. So yeah, it seems like a knight in the center is well placed, and the
Yeah,
C3 and F3
I also
business is also
yes,
popular.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've also picked it up with this Fisher random play and stuff like that. That there is a lot of attention to putting your knight in the center. I mean, with chess paradigm, where the knight in the center is very crucial. It's how you maneuver your knight. We've seen that so many times. They
Yeah.
play such a big role.
Yeah, the
in these
knights
positions.
are very important because there's no one equal to the knights basically. So they can also, each piece has its power to control the board if he gets the opportunity or the right pedestal or something like that. So, but yeah, just coming back to the Fisher random type of play, I just wanted to mention that I've noticed in the bit of experience that I have is that sometimes the queen can get a bit out of play if you don't make an immediate plan for her. And sometimes you can suffer when your queen is out of the game. And here we see both players playing C3 and C6, opening up for the queens immediately. We've seen some games in the previous show where that is a issue. So yeah. Knight to D7 played, dragon to, it looks like, yeah, dragon to E2 played by Craig. And it's a bit weird. I don't know what Daniel is going to do with his dragon on G8.
I mean, Calvin, where would be an ideal place for you to leave your dragon? I mean, if you could somehow maybe maneuver it, say maybe to G7 somehow, and at least it's not so in harm's way. You know what I mean? And it almost looks like still like a normal bishop, but it can still have some power from that side.
Yeah. Yeah, just had to make sure we got an alert button going here for the followers. But yeah. Yeah, it is a bit awkward sometimes, Lance, for that dragon bishop, and it seems like Barrish is inviting knight takes f6 and then dragon takes f6. I think that's another thing here about this game. You need to also kind of make a good plan, budget for where you want to put your dragon bishops. You can't get them out too early, I would suggest, and too exposed. They're very valuable, close to queens. So you need to plan out. I think the start of the game is so important, and we've seen in the previous tournament as well that the ladies have taken their time just in the first 15 moves, just to make sure you don't get into trouble quickly.
But Calvin isn't his position already looking quite? I mean, quite critical in a way, because look at that bishop. it's hitting that queen. So
Yes, dragon
how
to
are we gonna?
f4 and the queen.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good question, Lance. Ooh.
it's a
Okay, I actually, yeah, I've been missing, talking so much, I'm
ah,
missing the what's her name. So knight takes knight played, and but the dragon takes b8 and the rook takes b8. The queen can still take on e4, so it looks like white is in control here because the queen is still considered stronger than the dragon. Yeah, welcome to Bungie as well. Bungie said it's too early to say about the females and the males, so who is more comfortable with the pieces. Develop to f6 exchange knight. Yeah, that's what Daniel tried, but the queen is in trouble. Knight takes knight, dragon takes queen, rook takes queen, queen lost. Yeah, queen is lost, yeah. So, yeah. Looks like Daniel is gonna have to make good with his dragons. So Daniel plays an intermediate move. Daniel plays knight takes c3, attacking the queen and the dragon on e2. But now comes a very interesting moment. And I think Daniel is in trouble because Craig now spotted an intermediate check. So Daniel was okay. So things are happening here. I'm not fully gripping. So but now Daniel played king d7 and now dragon to e5. All of a sudden the dragon being very tricky, and the king is in check. The rook is hanging on h8. The knight is gonna get captured on c3. Seems like Daniel is busted already, missing these dragon tactics, and that's what we've been talking about, Lance. Is the dragon slips.
yeah. But what do you play? Do you play f6 maybe?
Remember, the king is in check.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh,
The king is in
forget
check,
that
so
now.
basically, I think the game is over. And you can see it in Daniel's face. He's not happy. Um, okay. So he tried to block the check, but it's still possible. Even if you play dragon d6, the dragon on e5 can still go straight to e6 and then diagonal. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of time now. And yeah, Bungie also says black is lost. So white should just capture the knight on c3. I think that's the safest. Then you are basically, yeah, then white is a whole queen up, Lance.
Yeah, definitely. You're just gonna capture back with a knight, I guess.
Yeah, so it seems like this one is going to be over soon. And yeah, Craig is just taking his time here to decide what to do. Knight takes c3, pawn takes c3, dragon takes c3. You could take the rook on h8. You can do anything. So pawn takes c3 is finally played. So crazy stuff, Lance. Things happen very quickly.
I think it all started with that nice innocent maneuver of moving dragon bishop to e2.
Yes, protecting the f4 square.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that was quite good.
Yeah, and but I think Daniel should have stayed calm over there because I mean, getting the dragon for the queen. Okay, it can happen. These dragon slips happen all over. So I mean, if he took the dragon and then allowed white to just capture the knight, he would have been a dragon down for. He would have had a dragon for a queen. So it would have been like an exchange down, and the game could have continued. But the main thing is he missed the in between check on c7, which caused the problems. So it was a dragon slip. Dragon tactics
Yeah.
coming through there.
It's difficult to just make an in between move in these situations with dragon bishops on the board.
Yeah, I think that's
Those moves.
the main thing that the players need to come to grips with is visualizing these dragon tactics. They go forwards and they can go backwards. Even after dragon c7 check, uh, Daniel played king d7 expecting still to capture the dragon on c7, but then dragon to e5 and another check. So it's just tactics on tactics. And you know, I've played this game as well, Lance, and it seems like once you miss the first dragon tactic, it just slips away. You're just like, then you start missing all the dragon tactics. Okay, so Daniel is still making an effort here to play Dragon F5. But White should probably just block with the dragon and initiate or propose some exchanges.
Yeah, I mean, there's no need to take any risks now for white. Just get your pieces out, swap off material.
Yeah.
I think it should be fine.
So the next match is scheduled for 10 o'clock, guys. We started a bit late, about 10, 15 minutes delay. So depending on what time this game finishes, we might be able to start on time for the next round.
And there's the offering of exchanges. We will get a few big exchanges, but I'm sure black can't afford to exchange. Black will have to keep the pieces on the board, especially those dragon bishops.
Is the game done? Okay, it seems like the game is done, Lance. Players, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
All right. And Daniel, can you hear us? Daniel, can you hear us? Yes. Aha, okay. So, yeah, quick game. Well done to Craig for winning it so quickly. Tough one, Daniel. What's your thoughts on the games, guys? Maybe first, Daniel, that you just missed
Not
that
too
in
much
between
to
check.
discuss. Just completely missed Dragon F4 and just Queen's trapped, nothing
Yeah,
to do really.
I was telling Lance at the beginning that with these Fisher random type positions, you need to make a plan to get your queen out, and that kind of backfired for now.
Yeah.
So, but I think the
I
dragon
didn't see the Queen getting trapped.
and the dragon C7 check, and then the dragon E5 is just
Yeah,
more dragon
I
slips.
just missed 2 things in a row, and that's the end of the game.
Oof, so that's a rough start.
Yeah.
Tough one, Daniel. Craig, what's your thoughts on the game?
It's okay.
Yeah, no, I saw that queen was looking down at battle, and when I played Dragon E2, it was very inconspicuous, the threat of Dragon F4.
Yes.
And I don't think there was a good way to stop it. I think Daniel maybe just moved too quickly there on
developing
that knight, because then that also doesn't stop the threat.
Yeah.
So
actually,
quick there.
Maybe you should
that's
just
sort of the same
accept.
reason I played G6. I was planning Dragon A5, but then I assume that you can just block it with Dragon D3. But now with your knight and E4, I didn't see that knight just takes on D6 when I block it. So
Yeah, I thought that maybe you should just
either
accept
way.
and go down the dragon for the queen. But okay, I think the dragon tactics you must on top of that.
I thought I was getting a pawn for it as well, but then I missed Dragon C7 as well too. So
So yeah, and then Craig, is that a you've played this game now you've got probably the most experience of all of us. Is that now a typical tactic that you have memorized, or is it something that you just cooked up now at the board?
No. Everything is still busy cooking in the lab.
Okay, so dragon to E2 and dragon to F4 was spur of the moment, saw the idea and went for it.
Yes.
Okay.
So the idea, I can't reveal too much of my strategies.
Okay, all right.
Yuri's also watching as we play.
Okay, cool. So, but yeah, that's Lance, you can go ahead. We've got some time.
I wanted to say, Craig, so you haven't revealed any of your preparation yet. You're still happy there.
Yeah, no. Maybe I'll elaborate. But yes, no, this was just a bit of a luck year. I was quite happy when I saw I could get that tactic in.
All right. So a great start for Craig over there. Very tough there for Daniel. Guys, the board is in flames right now. And yeah, in the chat box, Boom Shaka, Daniel, maybe a bit of I don't know what you call it, consolation. Boom Shaka says Daniel just warming up. So yeah.
Hopefully. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come.
So thanks, guys. I think we have now caught up actually very nicely with the schedule. So you guys can take a break. And yeah, we will then take a small break, guys. Just remember that the next match for the viewers, it will be at 10 a.m. It will be Watu Kobese versus Henry Steele. Things are just starting and heating up right now, guys. So yeah. enjoy your break, guys, and we will see you
Thanks.
after the following game. We'll see you guys again. Cheers.
Thanks.
Thanks, Gavin.
Cheers,
Cheers.
guys. Cheers.
Cheers.